Hi, my name's Tom, and I am helping Professor Agnew with some of the technology related to his online world history class. And given that many of you experienced some technical issues with displaying your timeline this past Saturday, I just wanted to quickly walk you through the 4 easy steps on how to guarantee that your timeline is completed and then properly shared with the rest of the course so Professor Agnew and other students can actually view it directly in Blackboard. So many of you know, hopefully all of you know by now, that the timeline.nightlab.com website has these 4 easy steps on how to make a timeline. The first of which is to create your spreadsheet, which we've already done for everyone, and hopefully you all realize that by now. That's been added to this Google shared folder here, and it looks like all of you have done this pretty successfully. You've created your own timelines. The second step is to make sure that your timelines are published to the web. Now, in order to do this, you have to have your timeline open. So I've created a sample timeline already. In fact, I've just copied and pasted it from a student's timeline just to show as an example here. In order to make sure it's published to the web, you have to have the timeline open and then click on the File menu and then scroll down to Publish to the Web. A dialog box then displays with the blue button Publish. So click on Publish. Google Drive will ask you, are you sure? And you are, so click OK. And that's it, it's published to the web. Now, before you close this dialog box, take note of this URL. This is your spreadsheet URL. You want to make sure it's selected so that it's all blue and copy it. So if you're on a Mac, it's Command-C. So copy that link and move back to the TimelineJS 4 steps for timeline creation. And you're going to notice that the third step is to take that spreadsheet URL that we just copied and to paste it into this generator box. So I'm going to do that now. So it's pasted into the generator box, and I'm going to just click Return. Once I click Return, you'll notice that the embed code in the fourth step has actually changed. So now the embed code is linked to your spreadsheet. So that'll make more sense in just a second. Okay, so the fourth step, as I mentioned, is to embed the code into your website. And we do this so that everyone can see your timeline directly in Blackboard without having to click a link and open it in a different browser or a different window. So in order to do that, let's click anywhere on this box and you'll see that this embed code gets highlighted in blue. So that's great. So now we want to copy this. So I'm copying it. I've added it to my clipboard. And now I'm going to go to where the assignment should be posted, which, as you all know, is in Blackboard. And I have that open here. In order to do this, I want to create a thread. And once again, you guys have all done this pretty successfully. Create a thread. And I'll just add a subject, which will be the title of the sample timeline. And then I want to go to the body of the message itself. Now, this is where many of you got tripped up. So instead of copying and pasting it directly into this message, into this body, before you do that, you have to click HTML. And you see HTML right here. So click HTML. Another box, another window appears. This is where you're pasting your embed code. So I'm going to click, since I'm using a Mac, Command-V. That pastes that same embed code. And I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click Update. Now you'll see that there's just a big yellow box here, but it'll actually look like a timeline once we submit it and open up my thread. So let's do that now. We're going to submit. Okay, and you see that this mine's right at the top now. Thomas Kelly just posted title of the sample timeline. Okay, so I'm going to open that up so you can see what it now looks like. And here it is. It's directly embedded into Blackboard. And so you can use the timeline tools to scroll through the timeline. If there's interactive media like a video or a link, you can click directly into the timeline. You can do all of this without actually having to leave Blackboard. And that's what we want for this assignment and for the next timeline assignment coming up in a couple weeks. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Professor Agnew. I hope this video tutorial helps to clear some things up and that you all can get your timelines corrected so that everybody can view one another's timelines. and reply if necessary, or be able to just get a better idea of what other students are doing. Thanks, I hope this was helpful.